Hello shooters, today's installment is about empty chamber carry. In every one of my concealed carry courses the question comes up, so I bring it up where it does not anymore. And in quite a few of my handgun 1 classes it comes up, and I totally get it. Empty chamber carry, that's where you have an empty chamber and a full magazine. A lot of people are more comfortable, they feel more safe if they carry their handgun with the chamber empty, and it's a total mindset issue, and I get it. They don't feel safe carrying around in the chamber. So you need to get with a competent instructor that can help you how to draw, how to carry, how to reholster in a safe manner so that you can do this. But let's talk about this anyway. First of all, most of the time the United States military wants you to carry that condition also, empty chamber, full magazine. That doesn't mean it's a good idea. The Israelis, they teach empty chamber carry, but let's remember why they did that. Back when the Israeli army decided to go to empty chamber carry, they were issued Browning high-power handguns, old school Browning high-power handguns. And for those of you that, I'll post a picture of an old school Browning high-power. The safety, it had a thumb safety, and it was in a great location, but it was a sucky little safety. You could not manipulate it with your thumb. It was really, really small, and it was stiff. You couldn't wipe it on and off with your thumb like you could like a 1911, especially under stress. So since the only way to carry a Browning high power is with the hammer cocked, like with this CZ, it didn't have a nice thumb safety like a CZ does. The only way to carry a Browning high power is with a hammer cocked, and if you couldn't manipulate the safety, that could create a big safety problem when you're trying to carry this handgun, carry a Browning high power concealed, or even in a holster. So they went to empty chamber carry. So the Israelis teach that after you draw, you come here in the center and you rack the slide, and then you're able to break the shot. Some people in the United States have kind of picked up on that and think it's a good idea. I never think it's a good idea to carry empty chamber, and I'll explain to you the reasons why. I'm not going to tell you not to carry empty chamber because that is totally up to you. What I want you to do is watch this video, take the information that's presented, and then you got to make up your own mind what you're going to do. But I will never carry empty chamber. I will never advocate anybody carry empty chamber. When people ask me, should I carry empty chamber, this is what I tell them. You feel safer with it being empty chamber. But let's take it a few further steps. This is not a weapon. All my students know this. This is a tool. It's a handgun. It's a pistol. It's a bullet launching device. It's an impact tool. It is not a weapon. The weapon is between your ears. You're the weapon. The weapon is between your ears. Okay, this is a tool. We hope most of the time it's a bullet launching device. That's why we buy it. That's why we carry this thing, is to launch bullets. All right? If you carry this empty chamber, in my opinion, you are not carrying a bullet launching device. You're carrying an impact weapon that hopefully you can turn into a bullet launching device. This is what I mean by that. When you draw, you have to actuate the slide before you get a shot off. No matter who you are, it's going to be slower for you to get this into action than it will if you carry with one in the chamber. That's just a simple fact. I don't care who you are. You can practice so you can get really, really fast. And I know some guys that are really, really fast at this. But you take that same shooter, you take the handgun, put one in the chamber, put it in their holster, and then have them put a round on target. They will always be faster. That's just a fact. You got to do more to get it running if you carry it empty. So it's going to be slower, number one. I don't like it because it's slower. Because we don't get to choose when the gunfight starts. We carry these things as defensive tools, okay? The bad guy chooses when the gunfight starts. We don't get to choose. We get to choose what we're going to do after it starts. We want to get the gun into action as quick as possible. The only way you can do that is with a full chamber. Another thing is you may not have 2 hands. Empty chamber requires you to have 2 hands, or it's really, really, really slow. Yeah, we teach and train to work this slide without 2 hands, but you got to use your belt buckle, your shoe, a door jamb, the steering wheel of your car, whatever. You got to use something else to catch this rear sight so that you can work the slide. You don't want to start the gunfight that way. Okay? You want to start the gunfight with a loaded gun. Because this hand may be injured. The very first round that the bad guy shot might have injured this round. Or maybe he's so close that you don't have the opportunity. You're using this hand to fend him off with your elbow or a palm strike or a fist strike or something to fend him off to get to your handgun. So then you draw it and what you got? Nothing, because it's empty. Okay. I tell all my students that if you're going to carry empty chamber, that you carry one of these. This is an impact device, a much better impact device than a Glock is. So, if you're going to carry empty chamber, carry one of these instead. But I encourage you to get with a competent instructor. He'll help you get over the mindset issue so that you can carry this thing as it's intended to be carried, which is with a round in the chamber. So no matter what happens, if you're in the gunfight with one hand, you're still good to go. You don't need two hands. You don't need a lot of time to get this thing up and running, because it is ready to go from the second you pull it. Anyhow, I hope this helps some of you out there. I really encourage you to get with an instructor so you feel comfortable carrying with a full chamber, because that's the only way to carry a firearm, is with one in the chamber. Thanks for watching. I appreciate all the shares, likes, and subscribes. Any questions or comments, please post them below. I'll do my best to answer them. And as always, have a good day.